Looks like I'm living rent-free in your heads again, huh? I mean, if you're gonna spend your days obsessing over me, you might as well start calling me something respectable. Maybe Daddy Shizzy, or better yet, Papa Nut. Who's the grown-up here? Alright, it's me. Let's go. Call me Daddy, yeah, that's who I am. Running your mind's like a master plan. Papa Nut, Shizzy Daddy, take your pick. I'm owning in your thoughts while you still act sick. Call me Daddy, it's what you mean. Wanna chase the crust and I take the lead. Living rent-free, that's my name. Go ahead, say it, put some respect on your name. Man, I'm too old, well here's a surprise. I'm the one with the brains while you're stuck with the lies. You act like you're experts, but here's the reality. I'm the one controlling your mental reality. So while you're out there trying to throw shade, I'm sipping coffee and you're feeling betrayed. You're mad, I got the spotlight, now it's my time. So why not call me Daddy or Papa with a rhyme? I'm the landlord and you're just the tenants, stuck in your headspace with no insight, no repentance. Call me Daddy, you know it's true. You'd be lost without me, stuck in the glue. Call me Daddy, I'm owning your mind while you're scrambling, trying to find what's behind. Papa Nut, Shizzy Daddy, don't you see? You're living in my world now, I'm the VIP. Call me Daddy, just let it be. While you're trying to figure out your own identity. Oh, I see you're confused, trying to get it right. Spinning your wheels while I'm out of sight. You think you've got it figured, but you got it all wrong. I've been running your minds all along. But sure, keep pretending you don't care. Keep saying you're done, but I'm still in the air. You got no choice but to bow to my name. Daddy Shizzy is here to own the game. You say you don't watch, but you're obsessed. Every word I say puts you to the test. Call me Daddy, Papa Nut, you know you should. Because I've been living rent-free, and you know it feels good. Shizzy Daddy, owning your headspace, and there's no escape. Good luck with that.
Well, good evening, you guys. I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful day. So good to see all of you fine people. And man, oh man, you guys are just hitting it right off the bat. Look at you, Frankie. $30 super chat. Let the fun begin. Buddy, you have no idea, Frankie. We are about to make it fun. And it looks like maybe not gifted 10 memberships. Well, jeez Louise, we are here for
Welcome to the shit show.
Thank you so
Every
much.
single
Maybe
day, a new flavor of fuckery. Cause everybody's such, you see, and they're dumber than a bag of rocks. Monday, bullshit. Tuesday, bullshit. Wednesday, and then 4 more days of increasingly stupid, ridiculous, ignorant, baller, dash, poppycock, bollocks, and fuckery.
Oh,
All over
every
again.
single day. Man, oh man, it is so good to see all you fine people today. Good Lord Almighty. And the stuff, the hits just keep on rolling. And whenever I say they keep on rolling, it doesn't stop. I mean, the amount of stuff that I've pulled up just in the past, like, a short time, and some of these I'm having to go through and sort of make sure that I don't that's why, because I want to make sure that they're completely redacted of any information that's gonna like really show too much, if anything. And then I want to show you some pretty interesting stuff as we go through the fire tonight, because trust me, there is some absolute fire, and it's going to be, and it's things that I had forgotten about, and some of the stuff that's pretty new, and some stuff that I was able to discover People had sent me a little bit of information, and I just didn't have time to cover it the other night. And I'm gonna dig into that a little bit. It's and it has to do with this bankruptcy attorney, that whenever you start looking at some of the information that's out there, you're like, man, I don't know about this guy. And I mean, you know, bless, the Preston, because she's dug herself into a spot. I'm not sure how she's going to dig out of this. I don't know if they're doing her a whole lot of good. I mean, a simple Google search would tell you a lot of this stuff. Things like this, like, dear Mr. Diaz's co-counsel for Mr. Ramsaran, please allow this correspondence service, Mr. Ramsaran's written conditional admission submitted within 15 days. Now, this was in 2022 for minor misconduct, and specifically the rule violations. The CG found probable cause, meritorious claims, contentious for 8A, minor misconduct. Admission of minor misconduct is conditioned on acceptance by the grievance committee. And I mean, that's one. And then you got this one here that's basically saying the same thing, two different cases. And then you start looking at the consumer reports, where you're just like, now some of these, they're pretty recent. 825. I've done debt consolidation. There was an overcharge on my account because of my debt didn't need to be settled any longer. I was told the accounting department needed to do an audit. I mean, it seems like he refunded the money on it, but the damage is done. I mean, research internal records determined we had no business relationship, which is possible. These kind of things happen. The payout, $412, $355 for 18 months. We were supposed to help me fix my finances. They did nothing in that amount of time. Now, how can I get a hold of anyone? It started, we've got this one here that there was refunds and they refunded the money back to the client. So, I mean, he's making it right, but these kind of things take time and take money. On March, the Sonic consolidation contract with this company, they have my checking account number, credit union routing number. They're supposed to take $450 out of my checking account starting on March 2024, 2025. I called a lady and sent me a contract. I emailed the company through the contact information, telling them I want a contract void and my checking account information taken out of their system, not to take any money from my account. The lady who drafted the contract claims my checking information was taken out. I mean, these, it looks like, they're just like all of this kind of stuff is going on. 8 complaints in the past 10 years. Most of these seem to be pretty recent. I mean, one of these right here is just saying, I enrolled in this debt after many years of paying monthly deposit, and they've gone crazy. I mean, this one right here is, in 2/1/2024, debt settlement services after years of paying monthly deposit. They had not paid off my creditors. They front-loaded fees, and when I discovered this, I contacted them to cancel my account and return to me what I was owed. They refunded me part of my account balance, but still owe me $19,000. Now, the phone number isn't in service, and they will not return messages or emails. I hope this message finds you well. I'm writing to bring your attention to a matter of concern regarding the closure of my account, the return of funds deposited. Yeah, I mean, it seems like he does end up making things right eventually, but it's crazy. Well, thank you, Star. I appreciate it. I mean, this is absolutely insane that these kind of things are happening. And that's what brings me to this right here, and I'm gonna hide that on screen so you can get a really, really good look at this, because this right here is a really interesting thing. Now, I looked up this particular business. It's called the Consumer and Business Services for the State of Oregon Director, investigated the business practices of Consumer Law Group LLC or CLG or the law firm and determined that CLG violated certain provisions of Oregon revised statutes. And these have to do with Oregon debt management service provider laws. It has to do with, now, therefore, is evidenced by the authorized signatures subscribed in the order CLG hereby consensus entry of order upon the director's finding of fact and conclusions of law below. Now, the director finds CLG is a law firm with a principal business address in Miami, Florida, has its website, which I looked up the website. The website still exists. It hasn't gone away. They operate in every state except for Oregon. Now, as you can see, who the Florida attorney is the owner and manager of CLG. Now, if you look at this particular website, what it does is it takes you to one of those sort of the base websites, and it says that there's a P.O. box in California, but the principal office is in Florida. So CLG is not registered with Oregon's Secretary of State to conduct business in Oregon or with the director to perform debt management services. Hey, how you doing, guys? Now, as per this consent order, for a fee, CLG represents its clients, provides debt validation settlement services to them. The services CLG provides on behalf of its clients, including persuading creditors that no payment from the client is due on account of the creditor's unlawful debt collection practices, or negotiating partial payment of the client's debt on modified terms. Now, CLG charges a total fee of 33% of its client's debts. So one of these debt relief companies are charging 33% of its clients' debts. That's what they charge. The CLG has agreed to settle on behalf of the client. So they're only going to handle 33% of the client's debts. They're not going to handle all of it. They're only going to handle 33%. That's what the agreement is. Now, from 2020 to 2022, CLG offered or provided services to 37 Oregon clients. Of those, 27 paid CLG fees totaling $82,207.99, broken down as follows. CVS, $2,000. Joe, $7,600. AC or JO, $8,400. BKB, PRM, NE, TLK, LS, and OMH. And a lot of these are just initials of different people. I don't think CVS is actually the company CVS. I believe that's CVS. These are all initials of people. Now, the director concludes that by offering or providing debt validation settlement services to Oregon clients for a fee, CLG performed debt management services as defined by ORS. Now, by performing debt management services in Oregon without being a registered with the director as a DMSP, CLG violated Oregon rules. By charging Oregon clients a fee of 33% of their debt, CLG violated ORS, another rule. Because the director has reason to believe the CLG has violated these rules right here, 697 and 612 and 692, they're authorized under this rule to order CLG to cease and desist from violating those statutes. ORS authorizes the director to assess a civil penalty against CLG up to $5,000 per violation of the Oregon Debt Management Services Provider Law. Now, therefore, director issues the following orders, authorizes by these to cease and desist from violating these orders, and also orders CLG to pay $9,100 or $91,000 in civil penalties allocated as follows: 64 for unregistered activity in violation of this, 27,000 for excessive fees in violation of this. You see, excessive fees. Yeah, they were charging excessive fees on this. Now, director suspends all civil penalties provided CLG complies with these conditions. CLG shall refund the fees paid to the law firm by each Oregon client listed above using reasonable efforts and means. If CLG is unable to refund fees to an Oregon client after using reasonable efforts and means to locate and notify the Oregon client of the refund, then the law firm shall remit the refund to the Oregon State Treasury for distribution to the Oregon client if the latter claims the refund. Now, also CLG shall complete the refunds, remittance, if any, to the Oregon State Treasury, provide the director with proof of the refunds or remittance within 6 months of the date of this order. And they also shall clearly visibly state on its website and its services are not available in Oregon. And CLG shall not violate the Oregon Debt Management Services Provider Law or the terms of this order. Now, if they satisfy these conditions, the director shall waive the suspended civil penalties 3 years after the day of this order. If, however, CLG fails to do so, then the suspended civil penalties shall immediately become due and owing. Now, this order is a final order under ORS subject to this provision. Entry of this order does not limit the director's authority to enforce this order, and that's basically where they leave that. Also, he says that he's the manager of Consumer Law Groups, LLC, CLG, authorized to act and sign up on behalf. I've read the foregoing, all of its contents, been advised of the right to a hearing and the right to be represented by counsel, and they voluntarily consent to this entry of order with no force or duress, expressly waiving any right to hearing and any manner rights to administrative or judicial review of this order. So he's owning up to his mistakes. Consents to the entry of order with no force or duress, a hearing in this matter and any rights to administration, judicial review of this order. They understand director reserves the right to take further action, enforce it, and so he completely agrees with it and acknowledges it. That right there is the kind of person that is running some really weird things in the background. Like whenever I saw this, I was like, holy cow, are you telling me that he's been running these debt management services, not necessarily bankruptcy services, but been running these debt management services? And I'm really curious if he understands bankruptcy law, like to the point that he's doing this with a large fee, and that's why his fee is so much. If he's doing some debt management services, then those documents are going to be really interesting to see whenever you start looking at them. So whenever those schedules come in, and I'll try to keep anything in there private because there's no need in as we said before, don't reach out and contact these people or harass or any of that other crap. That just, it doesn't bode well if you're trying to make a point. You have people out there harassing people. That just it's shady. It doesn't look good for you. Mary, how you doing? Good to see you. So whenever I saw this, time to keep your mouth shut and just pay attention. Well, I'm never good at keeping my mouth shut and paying attention. But somebody had pointed this document to me, and I was like, let me take a look at it and really read through it. And whenever I saw what it was all about, I was like, oh, let me do just a little bit of digging. And this is with 5 minutes of me digging. And I'm surprised that Lynette hasn't done that. Well, why she hasn't looked at these people that she's jumping in. I don't want to put it that way because that just sounds dirty. But the people that she's in the pigsty with here, because just a little bit of searching on them, and it starts to show the kind of people that she's dealing with, and how much it actually hurts her. I mean, whenever I mean, this is 5 minutes of me looking, just 5 minutes. That's it. Right there, save, and I was trying to close all these. Don't send. Yeah, Adobe's having all kinds of issues, and I think there's some pretty bad issues going on. So if my stuff starts acting funky, you'll know why. It's because I've been having issues with all of these things. Now, something else that came to my attention was that Larry has filed a response to Bruce. I mean, it is scathing the way that he has gone after that. We've also got the trespass that's come in. We've got letters. We got all kinds of stuff that is just an absolute insane amount of crazy stuff. I guess that's the best way of putting it. I can't think of a good way to put this where it doesn't look bad, because there's so much bad in here. No thanks. I don't want to do that. It's asking me if I want to reopen something, and I know that I don't want to do that. And this was, and I just want to make sure that I have it here. That's not the right document. Yeah, that's the redacted one. I just want to make sure I have the correct redacted one here in this. And then there was also a filing that I believe is Fed case 2 that came in. And I want to double check and make sure that's not something I already did. No, that's not it. That is something that we've already gone over. Sometimes I get stuff and I end up reading it 3 or 4 times. Announcement: YouTube hates us. YouTube doesn't like us. Know each other by name. It's all right. We love you anyway. Yeah, it does that. No, that's the best time, my friend, this time. Well, and I did know that I saw it, but I don't remember which one it was in, because there's so many damn cases that are actually happening all at once. And I believe it was this right here. It is, but I haven't taken care of it yet as far as pulling out, redacting it. So give me just a second, and I'm gonna be redacting this as I go. And what I may do is just invite the man, the myth, the legend, Yamaha, if he wants to come by, just to distract you guys with his lovely voice, because I've heard some shit recently about an attack on his brother, and he might want to tell you guys about that and see what we can do to get this taken care of, this problem that he's got. And I think Yamaha could give a little insight on the garbage that they're pulling on him, because it's bad. And whenever I say it's bad, I mean it is really bad. And I want to make sure that this is taken care of, and that one there. And we're going to redact that. So I'm just redacting these images really quick, because I don't need the harassment from people going out there, and people do stupid, ridiculous things to other people. And that's one right there. And redact that. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff to redact in here. So give me a little bit of time, and I'll make sure that I get this done. It was one that I thought I had, but I didn't manage taking care of it. And redact that. Redact this image. And I think that covers that particular page. And let's see. Don't want to mess her up. There we go. Another redaction there. See, there's all kinds of redactions in this that are just insane. And we're going to redact that, because that needs to be taken care of. Redact that image. And redact those. I could just do those as big blocks. And I saw there was, and I'm just going to redact a whole section right here, because it's no different than that one. Redact that one. And okay, that one seems to be good. And we'll hit that one there. And we're going to redact that. And all right. right? And making sure that I don't have any other stuff in here that's going to cause issues that can be redacted. Just, man, why the silliness, the craziness of all these? It is so crazy. Whenever I see these, I'm like, why would you do this kind of stuff, people? There's better ways of doing this. I'm surprised that they don't take care of this stuff in the first place and make sure that it's not in there. I guess it's just to go and show, right? That one there, redact that image. It's crazy. Velcro talk dirty to us, y'all. See, they want to hear that dirty language, you know. And I could actually give Yamaha a story to read while I'm redacting all this. Actually, I can't, because I can't do them both at the same time, because it would pull it up on the screen image. But I still have an open letter that I haven't read yet. I'll have to find it. I found it the other night, and then the most wonderful thing happened. I had this wonderful guest by the name of, what is it? Rosalind Duke. She came in and she wants to go toe to toe with me. And I'm telling her she doesn't want to do that. I mean, it would be fun, but it would not be really good. It really would not be good. Docked image. All right. And I'm pretty sure I've got this done. So that's at 2:16. That's 11:22. That's the 3rd. I'm just making sure I've got my dates. 20th. Okay. So everything is order. Everything is normal, and it goes in reverse. It's really weird. So apply that. And I'm just looking at dates and just making sure. I wanted to be positive I wasn't looking at something wrong. And save that. Here we go. All right. All right. Here we go. Now this you have to understand is coming from Granger's case. This particular one is, did I share that with him? I think I did. Sometimes I don't do these things, but maybe I did. I think that's right. Yeah, I just shared it, right? I'm discombobulated. It's been a long day. Really, it's been a long day, but it's been good. It's been good. So if we start at where this starts out, please find the attached order. Kindly review it at your earliest convenience. If you have any question, further information, feel free to reach out. All proposed orders from attorneys must be submitted via the e-portal. Attorney must submit via the e-portal notice of hearing, send judicial assistant a copy. And then it goes up here. Good morning, Ms. Thomas. This is just Lynette Preston has filed a motion for protective order. We have responded. Copies are both attached. We'd like to set a date and time for this motion to be heard by Judge Grubb. Hopefully prior to the hearing that is set in the matter of October 23rd. It can be 10 minutes. It can be by Zoom. Thank you. And then it moves on up to here. It says, Dear Counsel, Judge Grubb has requested a proposed order denying the motion for protective order be submitted for review. And then it moves up a little further. Ms. Thomas, good afternoon. Please see attached report order as instructed. We've also sent this through the portal. And it says, I wanted to reply to this. I'm being e-served by Mr. Shaka for something. I cannot open these documents. I do not feel his legal service. I do not have paper, so do I. No. Well, he's rolling me in this. I did not sign up for e-service. My service is supposed to be through the mail. Sincerely, Michelle Preston. Okay. Now, let me explain something really quick. You are required, if you have an email address, to be served by e-service. Okay. And it is the court that files it and shows it as e-service. That right there is a big necessity in everything. And there's a reason why the courts want this. It's because they want confirmation that you are receiving service. It'll still come to you through the mail, but it gets to you in a timely fashion. They know that you've been served with it. You know you've been served with it, whether you like it or not. It makes it expedient for the court to be able to determine whether you've received service. If your email changes, just like your address, your mailing address, you change that on your e-filing service. It is required for them to have that, so that way they can confirm that you've been served. Whenever you filed your lawsuit, you filed that, and you set up the e-service whenever that was filed. Simple as that. You filed this lawsuit. This was against the Grangers, against Deanna West. It was against all those people. That's what you filed this on, and they asked for your email address, and that's what they're using. So it is on you, not on him. And if you don't like getting e-service, that's just tough titty, said the kitty, but the milk is fine. So suck it. And then it says, Ms. Thomas, please see attached, which was just filed today. We'd like a request an in-person hearing regarding unlicensed attorney's conduct. Boom. Now, we would require 1 hour for this hearing, even though there is a bankruptcy stay in place for Miss Preston as of 2 days ago when the bankruptcy court granted motion to reinstate bankruptcy. This court should be able to proceed with a hearing on someone who is not a party in this case, nor is an attorney of record. However, if Judge Grope wishes to wait until that stay is lifted, please advise. Thank you. And the response was, the judge would like to set this matter for a 1 hour hearing. Do you have any objections for December 17th, 2025? And she says, I would like to remind you all there's a federal stay in effect, and my bankruptcy attorney will be notifying you immediately of the stay. Please see attached was filed today. Even though there's a bankruptcy stay in place for Ms. Preston as of 2 days ago when the bankruptcy court granted a motion to reinstate bankruptcy, this court should be able to proceed with a hearing on someone who's not a party in this case. Yeah. That was sent on the 24th, and I'd have to look just to be sure on this, but I'm pretty sure that this was sent the same day. Yeah. Yeah, that's and this right here basically solidifies that, saying you're hereby notified that the undersigned is called up for a hearing on the following December 17th at 1:30 p.m. at Levy County Courthouse, Courtroom B. Motion for sanctions pursuant to Florida Statute 57.105 9-18-24 and motion to strike unauthorized communication and for sanctions for unauthorized practice of law. I hereby certify when this was sent, where it was sent to. It also explains right here that court's e-filing portal is served pursuant to Florida. As you can see right here, there's a very specific statute on this. It says Florida Judicial Administration 2.518 via the portal to Michelle Preston Pro Se at the email addresses for same registered with the portal. Okay. She's registered those with the portal. If she changes those, she could get in all kinds of trouble, because that means that if she's not receiving those emails or tries to claim she's not receiving those emails because, oh, I don't have access to those emails anymore, then you're required by the law to update those by those statutes. That is incumbent upon you. If you want to make sure that you receive service in a timely manner, it is incumbent upon you. It is, these are the games that you're going to see come out, and they're going to continue to play, because they've got this idea that if they don't get served, they don't get served. It didn't exist. I don't think Judge Grubb's going to play this kind of stuff. And I don't think any judge in their right mind is going to be dealing with this kind of shenanigans on a regular basis. I think they're going to have quite a lot to say to these folks. Also, you can see right here that this came out on the 20th. This one here came out on the 24th. So on the 20th. This one right here, this cause having come before the court without hearing, being fully advised agreement between parties, being otherwise fully advised on premise, hereby ordered the hearing on defendant's motion to tax cause is currently set for October 22nd. It's been canceled. Defendant's motion to tax cause will be rescheduled for hearing on December 17th at 1:30 p.m. And as you can see, this one right here is telling you December 17th, 1:30 p.m. Same judge, different motions, different statutes. There's stuff added in there. This one here has to do with tax costs. This one here has to do with sanctions. But they're all going to be heard on the same day. Tracy, thank you so much for those 5 gifted memberships. Tracy, well, then we appreciate you so much. It keeps this channel up and floating, makes us all warm and fuzzy. And all you have to do, folks, is just reach down, hit the thumbs up button if you feel like it. If you enjoy what the content that I'm putting out, and you feel like making my day a little brighter, you can always throw something at me. But don't worry, you still get the same content whether you do or not. We enjoy doing this kind of content, and we enjoy having you. It helps the channel, but please feed yourself first before you feed me. I want to make sure you guys are really well taken care of. So I try to give you as much good content as possible. She just says anything to avoid responsibility. Well, and that's something that's learned. It's not that she has to. She just has learned to do all this at the same time, all the time. Hey, maybe not. Appreciate you. Yeah, it is absolutely crazy that the amount of insanity that I've been seeing through a lot of this stuff. Because I was looking at it and going, maybe I'm missing something here, with all of this. No, I'm not. I tend to miss very little. I mean, I pulled up the actual things that were wrong about the things that Ramsaran were doing, and saw some of those were like, ooh, that doesn't look good at all. And of course, the one that I really wanted to talk about today, because I've been following this one a little bit closer than I probably should, if that makes sense. I have to always ask, what in the hell was Ducey thinking? Like, really, what was going on through his mind that made him think that it was going to be a wonderful idea, or that he was going to get something out of Foreman? I mean, I really, really wonder what exactly was he thinking? What was in his mind that made him think, oh, this is a great idea, that I should just go after, because he's a YouTube lawyer. He doesn't know the law. I've been practicing law for 20 blah, blah, blah years. And, it's 2.5 decades longer than Larry's even been alive. Well, Larry had a little bit to say. Under Larry Foreman Law, PLLC, motion to dismiss. Defendants Larry Foreman, PLLC, together as Larry Foreman, move expedited consideration dismissal of Ducey's claims against them. Defendants seek expedited consideration dismissal pursuant to CR 12.02F in Kentucky's Uniform Expression Protection Act. Something that covers him here. Now, Attorney Ducey, got a little butthurt. He filed this defamation lawsuit against Larry and just Foreman. Now, about what Foreman said about Ducey in 3 YouTube videos. Well, Foreman's videos about Ducey are truthful, protected speech under the First Amendment, and Foreman is entitled to expedited consideration dismissal under Kentucky's Uniform Public Expression Act, or known as the Act. The court should dismiss Ducey's defamation, false light, outrageous claims against Foreman with prejudice. Now, the background on all of this, like, share, subscribe. Thank you so much. Maybe not. Appreciate you. And make sure I didn't miss anybody here. Now I'll give you a little bit more of the shit show here in a little bit. Thank you so much. For this motion to dismiss, the court assumes that the facts as alleged in Ducey's complaint and its attached exhibits are true. Now, Ducey has sued Foreman over 3 videos Foreman posted to YouTube in March of April 2025. Now, Ducey included 3 transcripts in Exhibit 1, 2, and 3 to the complaint, and those transcripts are part thereof for all purposes. Foreman will discuss the content of those videos and the analysis of this brief. Maskin Ducey. He brings claims against Foreman for defamation, false light, and outrage, intentional infliction of emotional distress. Well, in this motion, Foreman seeks expedited consideration dismissal. The court should dismiss Ducey's claims against Foreman with prejudice because the legal standard is, under these claims, Civil Rule 1.202F tests the legal sufficiency of a claim. The rule serves to expeditiously terminate litigation. Dismissal is appropriate if plaintiff would not be entitled to any relief under any statement of facts that can be proved in support of the claim. The act is an anti-SLAPP act or statute specifically designed to prohibit SLAPP lawsuits, strategic lawsuits against public participation. Now, SLAPPs are strategic lawsuits against public participation, lawsuits aimed at preventing citizens from exercising their political rights or punishing those who have done so. Now, the act is designed to prevent SLAPP litigation that intends to silence and intimidate, which Ducey is really known for that crap, defendants from engaging in constitutionally protected activities. The act establishes an expedited procedure for dismissing legal actions filed in response to a party's exercise of free speech, right to petition, or right to association. Now, the act is most akin to an expedited motion to dismiss for failure to state a claim upon which relief can be granted for a motion for summary judgment. That also provides procedures that permit expedited consideration and blah, blah, blah. Well, we're going to skip over some of this. Now, rather than using the SLAPP abbreviation, Ducey calls these kinds of lawsuits polyflops, or just like prolapsed little whiny shit that he likes to complain about whenever his little fifis get heard. Avenue for parties of the court to move past the motion dismisses through the UPEPA provisions. Now, the court must dismiss under the Act. Foreman, he's entitled to expedited consideration dismissal. First, the Act applies to Ducey's claims and provides expedited relief for Foreman for this motion. Second, Ducey fails at just about everything that he tries whenever he's trying to establish necessary elements of his claims. Foreman's statements about a public concern are subject to the actual malice standard, which Ducey cannot meet. Well, Ducey also can't show falsity. The Foreman's statements were unprivileged or special damages. Third, Ducey's little outrage claims fails under Kentucky law. Now, the court should grant this motion for expedited consideration, dismissal, and the act. The First Amendment to the Constitution guarantees freedom of speech and does Section 8, as does Section 8 of the Kentucky Constitution. The act is codified right here. Act applies a cause of action asserted against a person based on a person's communication on an issue under consideration or review of a judicial proceeding. The act also applies to a cause of action asserted against a person based on a person's exercise of right of freedom of speech, as guaranteed by the United States Constitution or even the Kentucky Constitution as a matter of public concern. A matter of public concern is a statement or activity regarding a public official, public figure, or other person who has drawn substantial public attention due to a person's official acts, fames, notoriety, or celebrity. Now, Section 8 of Kentucky Constitution provides the relevant part: freedom of speech, freedom of press. Every person may speak freely, fully, and write or print on any subject, being responsible for the abuse of that liberty. Now, a matter of political or other social interest to the community is subject of concern to the public. Now, once a defendant shows that the plaintiff must show that the act does not apply. So what he's saying here is it is Ducey's responsibility. Once he's shown that there is the act right here, that he has to prove to the court that it doesn't apply to him. The freedom of speech doesn't apply to Ducey. Now, if the court must dismiss it if the plaintiff fails to establish a prima facie case as to essential element of the cause of action, or the court must dismiss the plaintiff failed to state a cause of action upon which relief can be granted, or there is no genuine issue to any material fact, and the moving party is entitled to judgment as a matter of law on the cause of action or part of the action. Now, this act applies to Ducey's claims against Foreman. First, Ducey claims against Foreman are based on Foreman's communication on an issue under consideration or review in a judicial proceeding. Now, his videos, Foreman's videos about Ducey's litigation conduct is in a federal case are central to Ducey's complaint. Now, Foreman refers to this lawsuit through the videos. These the YouTube videos central to the complaint are Foreman's communications about federal case in which Ducey appeared as a lawyer, and specifically Ducey's pro hoc vice status and potential sanctions liability in that public case. The act therefore applies to Ducey's claims against Foreman. Second, and as an independent basis for the Act's application, Ducey claims against Foreman are based on Foreman's exercise of the right of freedom of speech as guaranteed by the United States Constitution or Kentucky in a matter of public concern. Now, Foreman exercised the right of freedom of speech. He was saying what he wanted to say. And is guaranteed by the United States and Kentucky Constitution when he posted videos criticizing Ducey's performance as a lawyer, appearing pro hoc vice in a federal case. Communications about a public proceeding in a public judicial forum are a matter of public concern. These same issues are issues of political, social, or other interest to the community, as you guys have seen before. The act therefore applies to Ducey's claims against Foreman. Now, thus, because the act applies, Ducey must establish a prima facie case as to each element of the cause of action. Well, he can't do so. Moreover, as explained in the next sections, Ducey failed to state claims for defamation, false light, outrage. Foreman is entitled to judgment as a matter of law on all claims. Now, Foreman's statements are about a matter of public concern, which we already know this because he's contending he's a private figure and that the heightened standard of New York Times Sullivan does not apply. What he doesn't understand is as much of an idiot as he likes to be, it always does apply. But you know what applies even more? You know what, man? You know what? You know what?
What?
I got this message from Rosalind saying she was going to try to steal you away from me.
Well, it depends on what she wants to do with me. Oh, wait a minute. No, I forgot. People can hear us. How shall I say this?
I was like, that's not going to happen.
Ha ha ha! Far better have tried.
And whenever I heard you say that, I
am just yet again another innocent little boy caught up in all this bullshit. I am in the now. Don't get me wrong. It's not that I don't, kind of enjoy a bunch of people trying to get their claws on me and rip my clothes off. But nonetheless, I am innocent. I shall not be used in this way.
You might enjoy it. I mean, just saying, you might enjoy it. Did you see that wonderful video? That's what they're all up in arms about.
What video? Who's all up in arms about what?
Rosalind.
You're talking about Tug and Jay.
Yeah.
Hand in hand. And,
here. This one right here.
Well, that little creeper has professed his love and dying devotion, and then she just goes and turns around and shits right on him.
Yeah,
you can't do that. You can't do that with some people.
And
it just makes them worse.
I think people deserve to know what we're talking about in case they're not quite sure. It's this right here.
Yeah, they tried.
Perfect from the jump, 2 lanes aligned. Crossroad with J-Mac, match Tug's grind. San Francisco call with the headline spin. Tunsil twins buzzing and they brought it right in. For hours it was heavy, a day or two sore. Not weeks, not long, just a brief dull roar. What once felt bleak found a warmer shine. Sad to see them go, but it's perfectly fine. Good. Goodbye Megan, goodbye Rosalind. Go make that show, will clap from afar where the bright lights flow. Her turn to a breeze and the tailwinds blow. Goodbye to the co-host. Hello to the co-host, to the bros. Mass steady bright with a pear-shaped shine. Goodbye to the co-host, it's perfectly fine. Yeah, Meg, take the skyline, chase the breaking lead. Cut the fog clean with the camera speed. Oh, stick the byline, pair rumor to rhyme. Turn rough noise smooth with the careful line. We found our rhythm in the late night grind. Jokes hit quicker once they unwind. Maybe it's better that the river chose different banks for you, one bridge for the bro. Goodbye Megan, goodbye Rosalind. Go make that show, will clap from afar where the bright lights flow. Her turn to a breeze and the tailwinds blow. Goodbye to the co-host. Hello to the co-host of the bros. Man steady bright with a pear-shaped shine. Goodbye to the co-host, it's perfectly fine. Not a fallout, just a change in rhyme. Different verses keeping perfect time. 2 pairs parted, 2 bros aligned. Tonsil twin headlines on the coastal line. We'll cheer you on while the credits climb. Love in the sandals, peace in the mind. I got goodbye Megan, goodbye Rosalind. Go make that show, will clap from afar where the bright lights flow. Her turn to a breeze and the tailwinds blow. Goodbye to the co-host. Hello to the bros, the bros. When the night gets quiet and the stars align, there's a pair of seats if you swing back by. Goodbye to the co-host, it's perfectly fine. Goodbye to the co-host. It's perfectly fine.
T-shirt is awesome. The T-shirt kills me every time. Oh, yeah. Well, what Rosalind does is every time that I play that, or every time that gets played, she sends me a nasty voice message. I may have to just start saving those up and play them online. Every time she says it. And just so you guys know, they probably got over a couple thousand views. So every time I get a new nasty in this site, it's really wants to hurt me.
I'm having a hard. Is it me or is it you? It sounded like you're going underwater again.
It could be me.
Yeah.
Here.
Okay.
Remove that and.
Well, just between us, between you, me, and Rosalind, I think what we need to do is come up with some subterfuge.
Yes.
And I'll join forces with Rosalind just just to piss that little fruit off. Okay, fine.
I'll be right back. So you keep teasing, and I'll be right back. Yeah.
Yes, very well. Well, then there's no time like the present to tell the plight of my, well, moronic twin brother. Once upon a time, there was a little boy who just wanted to tell stories to people because some seemed to enjoy it.
Is that
Of
better?
a morning, you're interrupting my story, damn it. Where was I? Oh, yes. So this dumbass, my brother, he wakes up in the morning to find an email from YouTube, yet again, for the third time now. I have a story. We have reviewed your content and found severe or repeated violations of our spam, other innocent victims, deceptive practices, and scam policy. Because of this, we have removed your channel from YouTube.
Yet again.
With the other line starting out saying, we know this is probably very upsetting. Yeah, you fucking think?
And what did you
For
do
no
last
reason.
time? What did you do last time that we were able to get it back?
Well, I do have to say this. I do have to give YouTube props. They were very quick about it because I did appeal. I was like, no, this is
Right.
I can't remember exactly how I worded it, but I included some stuff and, of course, the URL and all that. And I said, no, this is ridiculous. This is unjustified. I do nothing but tell stories. It's also come across where apparently there are still some who think that I use. I'm AI right now. This isn't me. This is AI. Yeah, this isn't my voice at all.
I'm
Apparently
actually
some people
typing his
still.
book out right now.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Yeah, I use a voice modulator too as well. Apparently.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I do have to give them props. So they turned around very quickly and put everything back. So they're like, yeah, we. So it's hard to say. I don't know. I don't know if it's just with what's been going on, the screwy AI and all that shit, and or if it's outside forces. I don't know. But I've made this very clear, which is one reason why I don't like references to anything else being made in comments or when we're doing a live or if I'm doing a premiere or something, which now with the way everything is and how they only count views if there are interactions in the chats. Well, I understand it. I get it.
Right.
There are a lot of people who don't want to interact in chat. They just want to sit there and listen. They just want to watch. Well, that no longer counts according to them. So
that doesn't.
the chances of me actually doing any more lives or even a premiere now slim to none. There's no benefit for it to me. So that's probably not going to happen anymore. Yeah. But anyway, so it's just they fixed it. Whatever. They fixed it.
Yeah, and that is something to you guys to keep in mind. Now, I actually did check this out, and what he's saying is true. I mean, if there's no interaction, even if you're just hitting a button on there, that's the only way that it counts as a view. So so just keep that in mind whenever you're viewing people's content. If you're even interacting with it, it'll show up as a view. If not, their view count will be way down. I could have 10,000 people watching, and if only 30 people are interacting at any given point in time, that's all that it shows as far as views go.
Yep. Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous.
No, I always support breasts. That's what I have these massive hands for, to support breasts. I've never not supported them. I mean, even my own, I keep those held up. You can ask Rosalind. She's seen my moves. I mean, I'm so short. I had to stand under Rosalind and keep her, of course, the Duke slapped me because of it. See?
Hey, apparently I get to replace Jay. I get to sleep at the bottom of the bed. Rosalind says that I will get belly scratches and snacks.
Belly scratches and snacks. Wow. I don't know. I might have to turn myself. If I could get belly scratches and snacks. See how she hacked my shit already? You see the kind of game she's playing on me? I was pink and I'm not pink anymore. See the kind of crap she's pulling on me? Hey, a minute ago I was pink and then all of a sudden I'm not. See, she's you got to be careful of her. She's got skills, man. She's got skills. Now, you remember I said the other night that I had an open letter.
Oh, yes.
Well, me being the dimwit that I am most of the time, I looked and was just like, I think I have this open letter, and I did actually have the open letter. I had it in the wrong damn spot.
Well,
yeah,
what happens?
And it was about his ex parte communication.
Messing around in the dark, things end up in the wrong hole or spot. Well,
that only happens on days that end in Y. But if you want to read it, I'll pull it up. It's only 4 pages, but it's pretty glorious. It's up to you. Yeah, it's about his ex parte communication with the judge.
Yeah.
That's been a little bit of time, but it is relevant. So, ladies, while you gird your loins, and men, you put on your banana hammocks. Here we go.
It is about time. Let's break this mother down. With Shizzywhiznut.
Open letter to BBB. The ex parte whisper. They got loud and stupid. Yet again. Oh, Bubbles. You fucking nitwit. You really thought you found a secret passage, didn't you? Like your dumbass was just stumbling around the halls of Hogwarts or something. A cozy little email nook where you could slide your "Dear Judge, pretty please vacate this dumpster fire I lit." Notes like a kindergartner hiding crayons scribbled in the teacher's desk. Except, surprise, dumbass, the door you picked wasn't a private VIP lounge. It was a firearm labeled "Idiot Lawyer's Shortcut." The second your pudgy little nose picker tugged on it, the whole courthouse blared your clown show. Because that's what happens when you try to hijack a case through chambers without the pesky adulting of serving the other side. The judge didn't tuck your pathetic lobbying into a socks drawer. She docked it like the steaming turd it was. Your whisper? Now it's a neon billboard screaming, "BBB's brain fart." That's not strategy, you nitwit. That's self-serve discovery with an extra humiliation sauce.
Oh, that's not all the sauce he got spread on his face. Got some of that special sauce.
He takes it like a man. Well, let's not kid ourselves. This wasn't scheduling, you bumblefuck. You weren't begging for extra donuts or a Zoom link. You were slinging merits arguments, hawking outcomes like a used car salesman on bath salts. Running around naked, all sweaty and hot. Ooh, look at that crazy man. Let's go dogpile him.
I'm going to get on that one.
All exciting. The hot's already going. And yeah. Mind not the cardiac event that is non-recoverable taking place. Anyway. And turning the judicial assistant into your personal genie of make my mess disappear. Make my mess disappear. That's not admin drudgery. That's straight-up advocacy from a clown who's not even counsel of record, not admitted pro hoc vice, and fresh off getting booted from federal court with a sanctions pending tattooed on your forehead. You didn't step on a rake, Bubbles. You superglued a rake farm to your face and tap danced through it in clown shoes. Bravo, dumbass. Ah, the side shore. The side door. Your forever crush, because the front door demands you service, notice, rules, and, oh yeah, sunlight that burns vampires like you. Oh, yes, 'tis the season. Front doors for grown-ups. File it on own record. Argue in the open like a big boy. Side doors for cowards who whisper from the referee mid-game. Courts aren't... Why am I talking like that? Courts aren't your high school gossip mill, dipshit. They run like filings. Your email. Now, I got stuck on that voice earlier as I'm typing in chat, and yet I'm saying these things out loud in the voice of Dracula because it's the season, and apparently I'm just an idiot.
Oh, I will crush you.
I couldn't stop it. It was starting to annoy me. Your emails. Legal fanfic. Passed as a do you like me? Circle yes. Or vacate or I'll cry. Third grade love letter. The court did the only sane thing. Blasted it into the docket so everyone could point out and laugh at you, line cutting like the entitled little toddler you are. You priceless fucktard. You've got to tell bigger than... Wait a minute. You've got to tell bigger than your ego, Bubbles. Every time your meritless manure starts stinking up the room, you pivot to circus acts. You need to read the room. When people start pulling out their hip waders. Remember federal court? You turned a milk run into a Three Stooges marathon. No show the hearing you begged for. Hurl last-second garbage filings that flopped harder than your career. Then slink away, leaving a sanctions crater with your name etched on it.
And a snail trail.
Yeah. But even Ray Charles could follow. Withdrawal granted. Pay up later isn't a flex. It's a federal ankle bracelet. And you drag that stray mud here. New courthouse. Same sloppy sequel. Sloppy seconds just don't count.
Yeah.
Not admitted? Not on record? Details. Just spam the judge's staff with your wish list fan mail. Call it housekeeping. Wink like it's normal. Throw your booger hooks crossed so nobody spots the part where you begged for real relief. Spoiler, judges aren't your dim-witted aunties. They sniff ex parte like sharks smell chum. Your shortcut got spotlighted, padlocked, and plastered with a BBB, do not feed the troll sign.
I love that.
The cherry on this shit sundae. Your blunder screamed what you've been hiding. Your case is weaker than watered-down decaf. If it had legs, you'd file it proper. Serve it like a man.
Take it like a man.
Yeah, or take it like a man. Defend it under oath instead of whimpering in shadow. Nope. You alley crawled because Main Street's a marathon and you're built for naps. You whispered because the mic turns your squeaks into global feedback. Congrats, you fucking idiot. You announced to every tie-wearing human, I want the judge's ear minus process ruling lot records fixes from fair dust all while squatting as an on-party ghost. Aw. Bold. Nah. That's amateur hour in a rented tux, reeking of depression, desperation, and cheap cologne. Spare us your whiny just clarifying or merely alerting you because I'm such a good citizen.
Oh, God.
Fairy tales. You sniveling shit. Clarifying. Copy all counsel, dipshit. Alerting. File a notice, not a novel. Admin. Ditch the accusations, attachments, and adjective diarrhea. Adjective diarrhea. Yeah. The instant your email grew fangs and lunged at due process. Here we go again. The instant your emails grew fangs and lunged at due process. Worse than I do. It became enemy animal. Like holy water on a vampire. You give that grounds for the court to slam your lane shut. Well played. Now we do. Now we get a do not again order. And you foot the bill for cleaning your mess. Like you should. Like when I eat someone and shit blood all over the floor.
For weeks.
I never just seem to be able to turn it off. I can't get my suit clean.
What's fun is you're sounding less Romanian as you talk.
I am. I know. It all changes. Okay, yeah. I try and do a French. It goes to German. Don't ask me why. Apparently I'm Vichy French. I don't
Went from Romanian.
I try and do my fucking Cockney thing, and then I go Australian. I don't know. I can't control these things. Apparently, I am so brilliant at these things that my brain function on such a high level, my mouth just can't keep up.
Now I understand why Dracula doesn't go into churches, but he has no problems going into synagogues.
Well, now I just go into the Russian.
It was good. He's going for I want to suck your blood. I want to see money. Boy.
Oh. This wasn't a harmless oopsie-daisy, Bubbles. Your one-sided sob stories waste time, fake special access, and turn staff into your unpaid babysitters, sorting lies from logistics. It shits on neutrality, the very justice you pretend to champion while knee-deep in your client's ass, and YouTube harassment gravy train. Oh, yay. We see you, Bubbles. Protracting litigation for what the Hales, content, mills, bullying, broke neighbors, and kids for clicks. Excuse me. Classy. Two Lees quadrupled views with facts. You chase lazy smears for pennies. Pathetic nitwit. Now we all scrub your greasy paw prints off the process, because due process isn't your optional side salad. It's the main course you keep choking on.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Oh, and he likes tossing that salad.
Oh, yeah, he does like tossing that salad. That's because he likes to be treated like a man. Take it to the face.
Yeah, the only question there is syrup or jelly. You mistake volume for victory. You echo chamber nitwit. You almost choked on that one.
I did.
Those emails, pure hot air. Want cred? Motion it right. Right case. Right court. Admitted. Served. Defended. Quit hotlighting assistants like they're your mommy. Stop tacking pony requests to scheduling emails like a spoiled brat. Borrow legitimacy? Pay the toll, freeloader. Biggest laugh. This visible docketed disaster hands us everything. Strike your crap. Disregard relief. Limit you to copy logistics via real lawyers only. You yanked the curtain cord and triggered the sprinklers. Soaked yet, dumbass? Here's the toaster. Oh,
Here's the toaster.
Here's the mercy you never show. Stop, you glorious moron, fucktard. Stop chamber advocacy. Stop pretending federal flop sweat's a badge. Stop poking judges who just mercy docketed your idiocy instead of shredding it. Earn the mic. File for relief, or keep staring in while we ban side door bullshit. Exhibit BBB. Grown-ups got this. Lights on, record pristine. We'll snag the 2-liners, ignoring your whine, sealing your alley forever. Sanctions, saved for your inevitable encore. We'll wave your receipts like pom-poms. File proper. Serve everyone. Argue winnable shit. Our audition eternally is Chamber Commando number 1. Your call, Bubbles. Or audition oh, fuck it. Your call, Bubbles. Process doesn't need your respect. I only give it 2 shots and I move on.
To the next one.
Oh, really? Huh. God, fuck. I should get a crystal ball. I'm a fucking soothsayer. But it'll grind you without it. Shizzywhiznut. Star-spangled helmet gleaming. Velcro shoe double knotted. Window licked to a sparkle. And still, never your fucking daddy.
Oh, never, you son of a buck.
Mm.
It is about time. Let's break this mother down. With Shizzywhiznut.
Right here.
Calm your tits.
Oh.
You know who that is, right?
Calm your tits.
That's Junior.
Huh?
That was Junior.
Calm your
Junior.
tits. Calm your tits. Calm your tits.
Oh, yes. Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. I love it. I used to call her Junior all the time because
Yeah, that's
much
right.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got that from her. She was just like, calm your tits.
Yeah. Right.
Like, I don't have time for you. So as I was reading through Foreman's crazy stuff here, because I mean his filing, dude, this is a 27-page filing. I don't even think I'm going to get through all of it tonight. And I haven't even got through what he's saying about this. I mean, he makes it very clear. Like, you know, well, the kind that you're filing a defamation lawsuit on somebody that's commenting.
Right.
I've done nothing wrong. Like, and now that I've pointed this out, you have to point out where this happened.
No.
Madkin's litigation is a conduct in a federal case is a matter of public concern subject to the heightened standard. Now, to ensure that true speech on matters of public concern is not deterred, we would hold that the common law presumption that defamatory speech is false cannot stand when a plaintiff seeks damages against a media defendant for speech of public concern. Under UPEDA, a matter of public concern is a statement or activity regarding a public official, public figure, or other person who has drawn substantial public attention due to the person's official acts, fame, notoriety, or celebrity. You know, and that's the thing. It's like, you know, this is why newscasters are able to report stories. You know, because if somebody goes out there and they drive, you know, a truck through a parade of dancing grandmothers, you know, if they didn't talk about it, because it is a newsworthy story to let people know what's going on with this. So, you know.
Well, this is where part of the problem is. I mean, we've seen other filings. We've seen his emails to the court. We now have this thing here, which I don't know what all is in there. But thus far, you can put all that together and you can see why the useless turd and their idiots over there don't get shit right. Don't know jack shit about defamation. Don't understand a fucking thing because they're listening to this fucking idiot.
Yes.
You can see it right here in front of you.
Because
and then they have the audacity to sit there and whine, cry, and complain and talk about, oh, defamation, or if you write something, you know, libel or whatever else, slander.
They don't even.
When you're reading over this shit, pointing it out, it's fucking insane.
Well,
Stop listening to this fucktard.
Yes, Yes, and this is the problem: is they are listening to what he's saying, but they don't understand what he's saying.
Or paint chip. Well, it's the same thing. Paint chip's the same way, and so is libs.
Yeah,
They listen to them too, and yeah, they're shining examples of genius.
yeah. Let's put it this way. Let's look at how much of a shining example of genius that they've been. They've got them. They filed a lawsuit that was so outrageously wrong, and they've done it multiple times. But they're reading it and they're just like, "Oh, this is so glorious." You tell them, sister.
Right. Yeah.
You realize in a court of law that's not how it works. You know, this bullshit that Bubbles likes to play, that kind of crap where he's sitting there going, well, he did this and he did this and he did this and he did this. It's just like it's hyperbole. It means absolutely nothing.
Well, what it all comes down to is feelings. We've talked about this before. As long as they say and do it, it's fine. It's a typical lefty loon soy dripping attitude and ideology. Or ideology, I should say. Well, we also don't know where it comes from, but ideology. But
well, and it's not just the left leaning. It is the communist belief.
Right. The whole thing that goes all in with that, where they can say it however they want to and do whatever they want, but woe be to anyone else who does, or who utilizes it to frame it in a way that does not fit their narrative,
right,
or substantiate their point. And then all of a sudden it's defamation, it's bullying, it's harassment, it's go fuck yourselves. No, it's not.
Right. And I mean, here's something that I do want to point out very, very clearly is, as much as Ramsaran is completely like just screwing up left and right in that hearing, it is obvious. It seems to me that whenever he does make those mistakes, he comes forward, admits to them, and pays whatever penalty and tries to do better. Okay. I have seen that he has tried to do better.
Oh, okay.
I'm being totally honest here. I have seen that he has tried to do better, but that doesn't absolve you from making those mistakes in the first place. And
I think you're wavering again. I think, yeah.
Got someone like BBB, and it probably just my volume is way up. And turn it down. Does that make you feel better?
No, you still sound like you're underwater.
Still sound like I'm underwater.
Wait a minute. Okay, try it there.
That better?
Yeah.
Better? Okay. Whereas whenever you've got someone like BBB in your ear telling you things that maybe only apply in certain districts, or using it as, oh, I have all this experience and I'm so great and wonderful.
Right.
And whenever it fails, it tends to get other people in trouble for what he's telling them.
Right.
Like Lynette's going to be the one that gets all in all kinds of trouble over the shenanigans that he's playing in a state court case.
Well, and it could be too, and I'm not saying that that's necessarily a thing, but it goes back to what I've said before. They keep banging on about, oh, people are talking about jail, people are talking about this. You've seen where criminal indictments can be handed down, criminal charges can be filed stemming from a civil case.
Yes.
What Bubbles has done in this, theoretically, there is a potential. I'm not saying it's going to happen.
Right.
But it could also go criminal. If you are practicing law without a license to do so, under whatever guise, that can become criminal.
Right. And he's got nothing to lose by them getting screwed up. I'm talking about the fleas over there, where they're emailing judges.
Right.
They're like, well, Bruce said it was okay, and he's a lawyer.
Well, lips too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like the amount of shenanigans that they've pulled and the kind of stuff that they've done, these things can stem into real life consequences.
Yep.
Because it goes beyond civil. I mean, it will take the ADA to come after them and do something. But if you make it shown enough and you bring enough public attention to it, and they want the attention, trust me, they've been, you know, a bunch of attention whores over the past, I don't know how many months, it's over a year now. It's been over a year that they've been pulling this shit.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Oh
yeah. Because we were sitting here probably close to around about this, maybe a little bit after, maybe closer to around December when things really started going sideways, it seemed like. And we had brought this up. We'd said this very same thing. Just sit back, eat your popcorn, drink your favorite drink, and watch the shit show unfold because you're seeing the death throes.
Oh, you want to see some death throes right here? Star says right here that looks like journalists are banned as Volma's channel is gone. YouTube deleted the channel. You sure it's not just a temporary removal?
Yeah, it could be a suspension. Who knows?
I don't know. We can look and see.
Yeah.
But that's crazy. Let me see right here. We'll just look up what is it? So
my point to that with the stupidity and the death throes, you're gonna see all kinds of stupid shit. Hail Marys, last minute desperate attempts. I mean, look at this bullshit. What bankruptcy thing?
Oh yeah.
I mean, that's exactly what it is. And she's stupid enough to actually believe that it's going to make everything go away.
Right.
She's actually dumb enough to believe that. And so is John Cook, apparently. So that's why I say, for the people that are doing it, stop trying to cajole these idiots. Stop trying to get them on your side. It falls into the same theory that I've talked about before. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. No, it's not. Because what ends up happening is you end up fighting. Look at her track record. She turns on fucking everybody. So why the fuck are you talking to her and trying to be all nice and trying to get her on board with anything? Have nothing to do with her.
Oh yeah, he's gone.
She's too old, too long in the fucking tooth, wrapped herself around a fucking silvery pole way too many times, and has become way too fucking dizzy falling on her fucking head to change now. She's been a shitbag her entire fucking life. You're not going to fucking change it.
Yeah,
all you're going to do is get yourself put into a shithole as well.
Oh yeah,
so it is gone.
Yeah, YouTubers removed him. I guess this is what happens whenever you F around and find out. No, this is gone. I mean, you do a search, it doesn't show up. And it could be because of him having paint chip on there. What was it? The stupid broadcast or something?
I have no idea.
I don't know what it was. I think it was the unknown. Yeah, there we go. It was the unknown podcast, I believe is what it was called. No, that's a different one altogether. That's not them. It's gone.
No. Well, and who knows? It may catch up. It may catch up with certain other people too, because we know that he had been suspended and was still utilizing another name or whatever and going on other people's panels.
Yeah.
While he was suspended. And that's I said that. I brought that up.
Oh, I mean,
some people were like, "Oh, I don't know about that." No, it is. That's a violation of terms of service. You cannot do that. If you are under suspension, or if you are under a channel that it has been removed, and you use another name or a sock account, whatever, and you go on somebody else's channel, you can get that person's channel taken down.
I remember back and whenever Nick Ricada was covering, I believe it was Depp. I don't think it was during Rittenhouse or Depp?
It's probably during Depp. They had all kinds of people going after people for shit on that.
No, I mean, this is very specific because he had his channel. I think they gave him like, it was a suspension or something like that. Like a 7-day suspension. For something that he was, whenever he was covering it. And I remember there was somebody else that happened to, because there was quite a few people that they went after. And I remember them distinctively saying, somebody was like, well, just come on mine and you can talk about it. and I can't remember if it was Ricada or somebody else, but they were just like, I am not coming on anybody else's channel because I don't want them to. It was the unwatchable. Okay, the unwatchable. I thought that's what it was. The unwatchable, or nobody watched it kind of thing.
It's definitely unwatchable now.
No, it wasn't Chris Boozy. It was, but they were very specific. It's like, no, and it was, you know, a law tuber. They were just like, I'm not going on anybody's channel. Because my concern is that if I go on there, they can come after you, and then they can also add on to my suspension. I don't want that to happen to you.
Yeah.
This is something that they don't think about. That they're that disrespectful that they don't think about it or care because they're you know, they believe maybe it was that they're touchable or something like that, or touch me, or please reach around.
Well, that's why
there was a lot of sweaty men.
Tug says that Volpe was just got banned. Oh, okay. I thought you were saying suspended. Yeah.
Hey,
he just figured
Tug. Let's maybe Tug can give a little insight because he knows about these kinds of bans. I see, and
but that's why, like earlier, when I came to the realization of what had happened to my story channel, I have a story, I was on Jay's, and I was just dinking around, and I was going to look while I was listening to him ramble on and wail and cry yet again about Rosalind or whatever the other shit was, crushing other people's dreams of Playboy. So I decided to check out. And then that's when I figured out. So then that's when I went into my emails and figured that. So I immediately stopped talking on his channel once I found that out. Because so that was why, because I knew that could get him into trouble.
Right.
So I was in there under Yamaha Biker, just having fun, hanging out, blah, 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 blah. But I went to go check on I Have a Story. Well, it doesn't matter. Right. And that was the other thing, too, that they apparently had made up whatever other channels that they have because the Flea had been suspended before and thought that she could just make up some other channels or something and use those while the one channel was suspended. No. It follows you. If you are on one channel that gets suspended or is banned, your other ones are affected as well. You can't be on anything. You can't be on another channel of yours. You can't be on somebody's panel. None of that.
I don't think it prevents you from actually posting in chat. It doesn't stop you from saying anything in chat.
I don't know about chat, but I'm talking about as far as for actual channels.
But if your channel is gone, you won't even be able to type under that username.
Right.
Like it's gone. Like it won't even show up. Like if your channel was gone and you pulled up and tried to log in under that user account, it would show up that you can't.
But what I'm saying is I didn't want to take that chance because that part right there, as far as even being in chat, is a gray area, and because it's connected, it still has the same connotation. See what I'm saying? Where I was thinking that Jay could still get into trouble.
So apparently Volpe posted a restraining order from Ohio.
Oh,
that's stupid.
Now wait a minute. Didn't that happen? Yeah, that was the one that was sealed, right?
Yeah.
The one here like a couple of weeks ago or whatever that everybody was talking about and making a big deal about. Okay. So finally caught up to him.
Here's an easy way that we can introduce Tug, because, you know, the best way to do it is just give him a bit of this.
I don't know.
Yeah, explain
What's up,
a little
guys,
bit
man?
about
What a
what
night.
What's going on, man?
Night.
Yeah, it's been an interesting day.
So explain a little bit.
Well, you know, he started off. I'm wondering if the protective order posting got him, because he not only posted, the not public protective order. He posted part of it on the community post, and he posted the whole thing as well. And I mean, he went down within he posted 30. posted about an hour, I guess, before I went live, and
Oh.
he's gone down in the last 30 minutes. So
Oh,
it could have.
I
Yeah,
thought
it was
before
either that.
Okay.
He was going to get hit one of two ways. You know, they use a lot of AI nowadays anyway, but with paint chips being banned, I mean, he's got a perma ban on this platform, and he is a host for that show. He's not a guest. A guest show can get you banned, but being a host on that show, it was going to get him anyway. It would.
Yeah.
Now, hasn't that happened with other people? And I'm just using this example. For example, if I had a suspension on my channel, or my channel got removed, for God forbid, and then I show up on your channel that night, there's a possibility that that you could get banned also.
I could have. So I could get any channel that I have as a secondary banned by popping up, and I can also get other people's channels. So it's not just limited to me and my own channels.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So
which is why I was saying, for my concern, even with once I found that out, that YouTube had deleted my channel today for I Have a Story. That was why I just stopped, and I got out and I immediately went in and started working with them, trying to figure out, hey, you know, this is a bunch of crap. And then, like I said, very quickly though, I have to give them props. They did reinstate everything because it was bullshit.
Well, and this has happened to you before, and it's because
this is like the third time. Yeah.
That's nuts. What were they hitting with it?
It was, let's see, I'd have to go back and pull up what I got on.
Yeah,
they sent it. Well, at first I couldn't figure out. I just went to go in to check something, and it was like, oh, this channel, we're having trouble. Initially it came up as, we're having trouble getting into your channel. And then it came up with, this channel is not here. I was like, wait a minute, what the hell are you talking about? So it said, we have reviewed your content and found severe or repeated violations of spam, deceptive practices, and scam policy. Because of this, we have removed your channel from YouTube. Now, part of that is, well, I'm thinking AI, but I don't know, because I've had other people who accuse me of using AI voiceover or whatever else.
Yeah. What happened there is you have picked up false flaggers from something. Okay. And they bring the AI bot to your doorstep. Is what they do. And the AI bot, it could find you anyway, but with all the crazies that like this story and other things can pick up, you probably had false flaggers. They went after you.
Probably.
You know. Yep. I would bet on it. You know.
But like I said, you know, I do have to give, as much as we bust their balls and as much as shit is jacked up, I do have to give a YouTube props. They remedied it very quickly.
Well, wait a second. And I'm curious. I'm really curious about this. Now, I know I'm pretty positive that I read something in the terms of service that if, for example, and I'm just using this example, I use my channel and I file a false report on somebody, and there's a big possibility by me filing a false report, for example, claiming that somebody's spam or something like that, that will also get your channel removed, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure I read somewhere in the terms of service that if you constantly do like false flags, that they will remove your channel.
This is Volpe, by the way, for sure. 100%. I used one of his. You know, he loves to mail us, so he has definitely been terminated by YouTube. Yeah, you know, he loves mailing us his links to his awful show. So I'm like, hey, it's the one time I've clicked on one of his links,
and it's gone.
Yep. Yeah, they terminated it. Now, I mean, he could have some appeals come in. Wait until Paint Chips figures this one out. You know, he's been chilling over on QL, you know, for a while. We'll see.
Well, he does like to hang out there quite a bit, you know.
Yeah.
It's not just in the chat. Like I said, I know when he was suspended, he was actually up on they had him up on fucking panel with them.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, they
So-
figure because they don't hit them. See, this is the problem. They think because you're not hit right away that you won't get hit.
Right.
But YouTube again, they bought in, and they can hit you. They'll hit you years later if you're not
Exactly.
careful.
Exactly.
And I don't know, and I'm not going to mention the name, but I know that there was a specific name that if you even mentioned it on YouTube, they would ban your channel. And I don't.
Yeah, there have been a few. There have been some banned. There's a certain guy. I'm gonna dance his name, but there's a certain guy that making the frogs gay for a while. If you brought his name up,
Right.
yeah, they would ban you for him.
Mhm.
And nowadays they've undone that. But I don't like mentioning people.
Well, and that was because they got caught with their pants down and having to admit that they were being used for political hunting, if you will.
Yeah. There's quite a bit of that kind of stuff out there.
The unfortunate thing about that is it seems as though they've thrown a net out there, and in snapping up a bunch of people to reinstate their channels, they've caught some people who really should not have their channels be reinstated.
Right.
Yeah, that's very true.
That's kind of the bad thing about it. But time will tell. And
yeah, I mean, it could also be something like the same thing that happened with you, Yamaha. There's a possibility that it got a false flag on there, and it could be back up in 30 days, an hour.
Right. Well, for me, it's just become more of an annoyance because, like I said, this is like the third time this has happened, or that I've had some other type of interruption. Maybe the fourth time, including that one where they took down my my initial short. Just the short for what I did for Charlie Kirk.
Yeah. Yeah, that's aggravating. And I mean, it's almost like they don't want to hear from people or opinions. But
they don't, man.
It's just annoying.
They got caught with the political thing, but again, they agreed with the bans. They liked it. They were happy for it for a while.
Right.
And again, it'll be interesting. I want to make it clear too. I didn't take down no Volpe. Just to note that. Now with paint chips, paint chips did some pretty awful shit. That guy. And I'm not saying Volpe didn't do awful shit, but. That isn't any of my credit. I saw.
Well, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to jump on the bandwagon. I'm going to go ahead and just. I mean, he already shut all over my dreams of Playboy and my fantasies with that. So I'm blaming just Jay Hip. That fucker didn't like the story I did about him, and he went after my guy. No, just because I want to hear him cry about it later on.
Jay Hip, man, that's my best friend.
He's such an asshole. He's such an asshole.
Oh, God.
That guy.
Oh,
I
no.
unsubbed from him. No, I'm just kidding.
No.
We're gonna fight now on show air, man. That's my best friend you're talking about. That's my future co-host.
There's no way I'm letting you. Here you go.
Look at it. He's so happy. I want to know how you got the behind the scenes footage.
Perfect from the jump, two lanes align. Ross roll with J Meg, match Tugs grind. San Francisco call with a headline spin. Tonsil twins buzzing and they board it right in. For hours it was heavy a day.
I love that.
I like that I can't see through the eye holes. You can tell because I couldn't put that hair in the freaking mask.
Goodbye, Meg.
I thought that one was funny.
Go make that show. We'll clap from afar where the bright lights flow. Her turn to breeze and the tailwinds blow. Goodbye to the co-host. Hello to bros. Matt steady bright with a pear-shaped shine. Goodbye to the co-host. It's perfectly fine.
Ice cream.
Meg, take the skyline, chase the break and lead. Cut the fall clean with the camera speed. Ross, take the byline, pair room or two rhyme. Turn rough noise with a careful line. We found our rhythm in the late night grind. Jokes hit quicker once the 8 gun wound. Maybe it's better that the river chose. Different banks for you, one bridge for the bros. Goodbye, Megan. Goodbye, Rosen. Go make that show. We'll clap from afar where the bright lights flow. Her turn to breeze and the tailwinds blow. Goodbye to the co-host. Hello to bros. Matt steady bright with a pear-shaped shine. keeping perfect time. Two pairs parted, two bros aligned, tonsil twin headlines on a coastal line. We'll cheer you on while the credits climb. Love in the sendo, peace in the mind. Goodbye, Megan. Goodbye, Rose and go make that show. We'll clap from afar where the bright lights flow. Hurt turn to breeze and the tailwinds blow. Goodbye to the go-host, so to the bros. When the night gets quiet and the stars align, there's a pair of seats if you swing back by. Goodbye to the go-host, so to the bros.
This t-shirt is absolutely
Goodbye to the
awesome.
go-host. It's perfectly fine. Two lanes aligned.
That is that's perfection.
Yeah, that t-shirt is just like Perry best friends, Jake and Tug. Oh, I love it. You know, and of course, you know, now as much as everybody's saying, you know, Tug even asked, you know, where do you got those? I was like, you know, you're like Kim Kardashian. You know, anywhere you guys go, there's going to be photographers around. And
Yes.
I do have pictures, bikini pics. You don't want me showing those because they're filled with banana hammocks.
Yeah.
Man, though. I cannot believe, like, in the middle of the night, freaking Volpe down.
Yeah.
He really may have gotten hit because of that protective order. I mean, he posted everything up there. I did screenshot. What was really funny about that is I screenshot everything because you had not just him, but you had Michelle Preston talking over there too. And,
Was she?
oh yeah, here's the conversation. I won't post any picture, obviously, but let me show you the picture.
Well, and while you're doing that,
chat.
I thought that he had done it because I thought that had come up a couple of weeks ago or something, where I thought that he had done that.
Oh, he had,
So
but okay,
it's
this is the
interesting
newest
that,
motion. This is a brand new motion that's come up. So he did the other items, but you can see the conversation here that was going on under. You know, again, there's a post and it's got the protective order. It's got most of it, but he also posted it on another site. And then they're having a conversation. And here's Michelle Preston. She pops in throughout this one too. But someone was like, I was like, man, Michelle, you're not listening to what they're really saying. Because look at what Volpe really says. Someone was like, the beginning of his court downfall, all the evidence against him. And someone asks, is someone going to be there to show evidence against this idiot? You know, a bankruptcy lawyer doing the case. I'm confused. Oh, well, I doubt the bankruptcy lawyers will be there. John and Michelle are on their own for this one. Huh. Now, Michelle needs to take the cue from this because in Ohio, I think the violations would be bad. She's violated the hell out of it, but they were supposed to have a lawyer, you know, that was going to handle all these things, including Ohio. There was supposed to be somebody that was involved, and now they're on their own. That's because this bankruptcy joke, you know. So,
well, and they can paint it up however they want to. As far as in my personal opinion, the way that whole thing came up with grifting for money, whether on the behest of Bubbles or whomever else, the way that it was worded to me, and I think to the court too. I can't speak for the court, but in my own opinion, they thought they were talking about a lawyer for what was going on in those cases and not this bankruptcy crap.
Oh, nobody.
That's the way it seemed to me. Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, whenever I saw that, I was just like that, because I mean, we were just like, there's no way. Whenever they were trying to raise, what was it, 5, 7, 10? I don't remember how much money
or something.
We were sitting there going, there's no way that's going to pay for an attorney that goes through all of that.
The person was so moved by all of the plights that were being told by 2L that they went out, and I'm going to be vague in certain parts of this, okay, just because I don't know. I don't want to lead it back to who I'm talking about. But they went and they got money they could not afford. They took out for them a substantial loan and gave it because they were convinced by these people who you know, these people say, don't listen to these other folks. Don't listen to these other folks. Well, they convinced them, you know, like I said, They convinced them to do something that was detrimental to themselves, and then nothing happened. By the way, I hope anybody who's given money, if you've put it on cards or anything, purported as scam because nothing was delivered. You know,
Correct.
So get your money back, but also report it to the police. And there's something going on right now. I'm going to be very, very vague in this, but I'm going to say there is something going on right now. And one of the things I could really use is anybody that is doing that, reach out to me, because now I need your info. If you're going to do anything anyway, I can't guarantee you'll get money back. I would think if you come forward, you'll get justice, if nothing else. But your names would definitely be public. That would be the one thing. But they already have your names. Right. They have. If you gave them money, you know, if you were donating to any of their stuff behind the scenes, like YouTube may not give you the name, but PayPal would. PayPal gave you their names.
PayPal, Venmo,
all of them. They gave you names. That's one thing. Like, you know, I always caution people with that. For me, I've never, you know, I've done all kinds of comic books and stuff, and I don't have a history of ever doxing anybody. You know, you have haters that try to say, "Oh, doxing," but never done that. But look at these people; right. They dox all.
Well, neither has Shizzy.
No,
he's never done anything like that.
No,
he's gone out of his way, and look what they fucking tried to do to him.
Oh, yeah.
And to his wife.
Oh, I was.
Yeah. Oh, he was well aware of it. He was.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I know. I'm just saying that's.
It pissed me off. Like
that's my porch to shit on. Nobody else's.
Well, I think what really pissed me off more than all of that is them going after Megan and constantly going after Megan for reasons.
Well, yeah, that too. Yeah.
You know, that just were complete. Because they realized coming after me like that wasn't winning them anything, but they're coming after Megan, and that just intolerable.
Yeah,
I mean, you know,
they're all in on it too. I mean, you got fucking the useless turds, you got Ray Bone Crusher, whoever the fuck he is, and all these other idiots cheering that shit on.
Well, and if they're doing these kinds of things to Megan, what makes you think that they're not doing it to other people? You know, whenever they disagree with them.
Oh, they are. Yeah,
they are. That's an old move that, like, with a paint chips, man. I mean, okay, his first thing with myself trying to silence me was he tried to message 5 different accounts he thought would be my well, soon to be ex-wife, but he thought that was her. So he picked up 5 accounts, mailed them randomly with a doxing threat. He had picked up, I've never been never hidden school. You know, I went to the state school down here. So he looked up name that he thought matched. He found a picture of somebody and he mailed it and said, I'm going to, you know, essentially I'm going to put this out in everything if, you know, basically you stop or else. And, you know, I didn't stop. I laughed about it after about 3 days because I was like, well, that wasn't actually the right person that you sent out you sent out a doxing threat to a bunch of random who knows who these people are.
Right.
So good job there.
Yeah. Well, and this goes to show how he is a moron and has learned nothing. He's been an idiot his entire life because that's part of the reason why he went to fucking prison in the first place.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It mentions
doing stupid shit like that.
His same excuse that he used before. In fact, I believe, like Shizzy myself, we need to pull all that other stuff, you know, like all of that. You know, that one article that really went hard at him.
Yes.
We need to pull that and go over it one day in a stream.
We really should. And
I hesitate to do it because I don't, but I think that he is building up, in particular to paint chips. I think he's building up a defense as well and trying to use it the same way he did the first time.
Oh yeah. I mean, this is typical from the perspective that I've seen and the behavior I've seen is it appears to me, and I mean, I could be completely wrong on this, is that Ducey is using Lynette to create lawsuits. And if she's and so how do I best put this? If he's doing that, if he's creating lawsuits to just create more lawsuits on top of lawsuits, where he's basically referencing back to the lawsuits that he's already created, the problems that he's already created, and the BS that he's throwing in those lawsuits make no sense. Because if you read them, what sense does this whole polyflop thing mean? You know, they're just protracting litigation, and then he files a lawsuit against DUI Guy, and that's what it's all about, is people pointing out where he's screwed up in the case, and that
polyflop thing too. He was so eager to try and get that introduced. He so badly wanted to make that, and he did, in my opinion. He tried to sell that initially when that whole thing first came out. He tried to sell that to the court as a legitimate legal term.
Oh yeah, he very much did.
He was.
You're right.
That's exactly. And that's why they keep perpetuating this thing. I knew it was going to come back to bite him in the ass.
I love that.
That's exactly what they were trying to do.
I love that DUI Guy called that out. He was slap, polymop, whatever you call it. It's still.
I mean, I just hit.
I didn't see that he had done that. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, it was that little sub note that I pulled up just a few seconds ago. Where was it? Because it was in this document.
Oh, that. Okay, right.
Here we go, right here.
Yeah.
Little one. Rather than using the SLAP abbreviation, Ducey calls these kinds of lawsuits a polyflop, protraction of licking and saying things that are not true.
Pretty much.
I mean, it is like, okay, so you're just picking around, licking at my old. Oh, well, I better not say that word. But it's just like that. That's. And he's just like, rather than using SLAP abbreviation, he's trying to call these lawsuits just basically creating a bunch of crap. But that's exactly what Deuce is doing. He's creating lawsuits to create new lawsuits on top of them. And I think there's a reason for him, and he's made it very clear by reaching out to the judge that he's got a lot of interest in her lawsuit being in a stasis and not moving forward, or even being dismissed. He has a lot to lose if that happens, because as you'll see, they blame Jeremy for the trespass lawsuit. They blame Jeremy for the thumbnail. They blame Jeremy. These are lawsuits that they brought.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep.
That's amazing, by the way, when they put it in filings. And they were like, Jeremy filed it. It's like, no, Jeremy didn't file that one.
Well, and they found
like Shizzy and I talked about as well, bringing up the fact and going back, and yet not even telling the whole story, but they'll continue to tell a lie over there, or in the court documentation, bringing up his previous quote unquote protective order from Michelle. Not even brushing on the fact or telling the truth in the matter, the Judge DeThomas was overturned on everything and removed from the case because he was improper. All of that was improper. So it's completely and utterly irrelevant, but they're still trying to spin the bullshit.
Yeah. They try to poison the well. And,
exactly.
They did that with Federico's also in Fed 1, Fed 2, in the thumbnail case. They threw her filings of a lawsuit to prove that Jeremy was litigious or something. And it's like that. And then
they used her garbage lawsuit. They added in, and oh god, that irritated me so much because it's such a garbage lawsuit anyway. Oh god, I can't wait till the freaking docket clears up. We've been waiting on a spot in the docket where we can be heard. Like that's how many cases come up. Our case is not scheduled until 2027. So, but we're looking to be heard on the whole thing about Lips and her status as a lawyer. but we're looking for the first time we can get in front of a judge. And it's not like we're being picky. There just hasn't been, they show a week out. So we've been looking at the docket and haven't had any openings yet since we filed. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. I mean, that one just remains in stasis until, I mean, are there any filing timelines that you guys are running up against right now that need to be filed? It's like we got everything filed, and they filed a response.
Yeah, they filed their garbage response a little while back. Remember, they delayed. They finally filed one, but in all their other stuff, they're running. So
yeah, I mean, everything that
by the way, Lips, I hope you do hear this. I believe now we have proof to say that, the obits that you tried to blame on people like, Mike and them. Yeah, I think we have proof now that we know who's responsible, don't we?
Mm-hmm.
In my personal opinion, that was clear from the very onset.
We have proof now.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That's one of those, man, I never understood any of that.
I think that was part of trying to convince process servers that it couldn't be served, something like that. Although I don't understand that either, because process servers, they don't look online,
Well,
they go and they check records.
I have a theory, and I could be wrong.
Well, I don't know about the process servers, but I will say my personal opinion in regards to the court, to try and present some type of an argument of, see the harassment, see how far they'll go, blah, fucking blah, blah, blah. I'm the poor victim here, yada, yada, yada.
Yeah, I think it's more than just our case. I mean, they're having problems. Like, they're losing everything. Their homes, they got a home up right now. I mean, it's
I agree with you. I'm not talking necessarily just this case, but just to throw it out there to say, see, look at all these people essentially coming out of the woodwork and blah, blah, blah. Yeah.
Well, and I had a theory on that, and it comes from something that happened the other day, and this was whenever Volpe sent out he created this press release or some crap like that, and it had to do with Larry Foreman. And in that, he had this little AI quote of that it was illegal for someone to create a no compete bid or contract in the state of Kentucky. Now, I did a Google search on it, and it showed up that no, that's completely incorrect. But he was showing that as evidence that there was a no compete, according to Google. And I did a simple Google search, and it said that's not true. And I showed both side by side of his version of what a Google search says and what a fresh Google search does. And that's why I think what Lips was doing in creating that, because if you did any sort of search on her name, it would come up and say, any sort of AI was saying, well, she's been cyber harassed and cyber stalked, and if you try to find out where that story originated from, you couldn't find any information about it. And whenever I started doing a little bit of, searching on this kind of thing, it appears that what she was doing was creating a loop. So if anybody did any sort of search on her, it would come back up that she's being cyber harassed. Right. And I think that right there, that loop got broken because I posted the truth up of where that's not true, and you can look up the cases on the Florida or Orange County court records. That's on my Facebook, and then I also posted that on YouTube, and they also link to one another to break the loop. And so people will actually do the research, because if something's contested, you can't say that it's true. And if there's no proof of it except for a lawsuit that she created that she immediately dropped, then it would be something that's not true. And I think breaking that loop was very important. And it usually takes about 4 months for those loops to build inside of Google search. And I think that's what part of what she was doing was creating that, to create this loop that would communicate back and forth amongst various reporting agencies to make it appear that she was being harassed, and because you noticed the conversation about that was somebody created this website to harass her. And as soon as that got broken, it doesn't link up to that anymore. Those cyber harassment claims went away.
What a nut, man. She's a fucking nut, dude.
Wow, this is the same one that, bought other people's channel names.
Right.
And then, so it's all part of the same pattern.
And
take Roy Charles to see it.
And I actually had a Microsoft security and personnel on my stream today. They work for Microsoft in cybersecurity. It's more corporate entities, not this smaller stuff. I should have probably asked them about that because they probably could have given some insight. Be interesting to see. But yeah, I guess it looks like I'm gonna read a couple super chats if you guys want to hang out. And I don't have a whole lot here, but I'm going to read through them. Got maybe not that came in with $5 super chat. Got Tracy Weldon with 5 gifted memberships, and of course Star Z with a gifted membership, and maybe not with 10 gifted memberships. Thank you guys so much, and just for you.
Welcome to the shit show.
Oh yes.
Every single day.
Thank you guys so much.
A new flavor of fuckery, 'cause everybody's such, you see, and they're dumber than a bag of flops. Monday, bullshit. Tuesday, bullshit. Wednesday, and then 4 more days of increasingly stupid, ridiculous, ignorant, vulgar, gas, poppycock, bollocks, and fuckery. Yeah, we're going all over again.
Big Al, you kill me every single time with your commentary. It's just like I think Lips was tired of not being relevant anywhere for a little while, so she filed her own obituary.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm gonna matter to somebody, damn it.
I'll show you all I matter.
I will fight you till I matter.
That's right. Yeah.
She needs
Gonna
at
annoy
least
these poor dead fuckers next to me.
She needs at least 2 references and a hefty bank account. If she went to Japan, she would be in jail faster than Florida for her grifts and scams. Well, that is true. All right, everybody. I'm going to call it a night. It is getting to be the witching hour, and and all this shit has to happen whenever Megan leaves town.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like Tug said, I mean, she started that curse. She brought it upon herself.
That is
true.
All right, everybody. We'll see you guys very soon.
All right, everybody. See you later.
Oh, you thought I was done, bless your heart, but I'm still living rent-free, it's a work of art. Call me daddy, call me nut, call me the goat. You're paddling upstream while I'm running this boat. You say, I don't care, yet you're glued to the screen. Caught up in my glow while you stay unseen. Your shade's like a breeze, it's barely a draft. Meanwhile, I'm the Picasso of roasting your ass. You say you're over me, oh how cute, but here I am, still the star of your loop. You're my biggest fans, don't even deny, so grab some popcorn when daddy goes live. Call me daddy, yeah, shout it loud. King of your thoughts, I'm making you proud. Papa Nut, Shizzy Daddy, headline act. Your background noise, and that's just a fact. Let's face the score. You hate that you love me, but you keep wanting more. You're like a dog chasing cars, you don't know why. But here you are, barking while I touch the sky. Your comments are gold, such comedy gold. Who hurt you? Oh wait, it's me, I'm told. You're keeping tabs like an unpaid intern while I'm cashing checks. When will you learn? Your timeline's a shrine to every move I make. I'd say thanks, but you're a nasty skank. Oh, Shizzy's washed up. Yeah, sure, Jan, yet here I am, the centerpiece of your plan. You hate watch my stream like it's Oscar night, but guess what, kiddos? I'm still shining bright. Call me daddy. Send in your bread, I'm still rent
your mental landlord, you can't complain. Let's keep it real. You hate that I'm winning, but you love how it feels. Oh, I'm sorry, did I break your streak? You tried to ignore me for like half a week, but daddy's too spicy, you can't look away. I'm the train wreck you need every single day. So while you're out there with your plastic clout, I'm here sipping coffee watching you freak out. You're irrelevant, wow, what a take. Now go rewatch my vids while I count how much I make. I count how much I make. Call me daddy, yeah, own it now. I'm reading your brain and you don't know how. Pop a nut, shizzy daddy, let's at the bar. I'm the constellation, you're a burned out star. Embrace your role, cause I'm the main character. You're just an old ragged ass, burned out troll. So that's your bedtime story, kids tucked in sweet and snug. Shizzy daddy's forever, you lose and you're stuck in the mud. Now say goodnight to Papa Nut, you're a mental pain. Oh wait, you will see me tomorrow's. Agenda will see me tomorrow, same obsession, same effing thing.